Have you ever come across a contract that runs into pages and legal mumbo jumbo that is difficult to understand? Contracts related to financial instruments like derivatives or trade finance documents like letter of credits or guarantees, sale purchase of real estate, etc., are generally very complex and takes an expert to decipher all the terms and conditions therein. One of the best things about blockchain is that because it is a decentralized system that exists between all permitted parties, there is no need to pay intermediaries and it saves you time and conflict. Blockchains are also rated more secure than traditional systems. With the advent of decentralized ledger in blockchain, there is a realization that they lend themselves as an ideal use case for the implementation of smart contracts, also called self-executing contracts, blockchain contracts, or digital contracts. Smart contracts help you exchange money, property, shares, or anything of value in a transparent, conflict-free way while avoiding the services of a middleman or an intermediary. Smart contracts are self-executing contracts within the terms of the agreement between buyer and seller being directly written onto lines of code. The code and the agreements contained therein exist across a distributed decentralized blockchain network. The smart contracts in the form of codes are automatically executed when predetermined terms and conditions are met. Smart contracts permit trusted transactions and agreements to be carried out among disparate anonymous parties without the need for a central authority, legal system, or external enforcement mechanism. They render transactions traceable, transparent, and irreversible. Proponents of smart contracts claim that many kinds of contractual clauses may be made partially or fully self-executing, self-enforcing, or both. The aim of smart contracts is to provide security that is superior to traditional contract law and to reduce other transaction costs associated with contracting. Various cryptocurrencies have implemented many types of smart contracts. Smart contracts were first proposed by Nick Szabo, who coined the term. With the present implementations based on blockchains, smart contract is mostly used more specifically in the sense of general purpose computation that takes place on a blockchain or distributed ledger. In 2018, a US Senate report said, while smart contracts might sound new, the concept is rooted in the basic contract law. Usually, the judicial system adjudicates contractual disputes and enforces terms, but it is also common to have another arbitration method, especially for international transactions. With smart contracts, a program enforces the contract built into the code. So, what are some of the key characteristics of a smart contract? They are self-verifying due to automated possibilities, self-enforcing when the rules are met at all stages, tamper-proof as no one can change what has been programmed, lower the cost of transactions, guarantee more security, reduce the reliance that is placed on trusted intermediaries, help turn legal obligations into automated processes. And what are some of the benefits of smart contracts? Transparency. Smart contracts allow for the terms and conditions of these contracts to be fully accessible and visible to all relevant parties. Once the agreement has been established, there is no way to dispute it. Accuracy. One of the main requirements of smart contracts is the need to record all the terms and conditions in precise details. The element is necessary since an omission can result in transaction errors. So, automated contracts try to avoid the pitfalls that are associated with manually filing out heaps of forms. Security. Smart contracts employ the highest level of data encryption that is currently available, the same as what is used by cryptocurrencies. By doing this, Their level of protection is among the best and the most secure on the World Wide Web. Speed. Smart contracts live on the internet and run on software code. As a result, they can execute transactions very fast. This speed can save many hours when compared to traditional business processes. Efficiency. This is the byproduct of accuracy and speed. The great thing is that higher efficiencies lead to more value generating transactions that are processed per unit of time. Clear communication. When setting up smart contracts, there is a need to detail everything accurately. This means there is no room for miscommunication or misinterpretation. Therefore, they can cut down on efficiency that is lost to gaps in communication. Storage and backup. Smart contracts are used to record vital details of each transaction. Therefore, wherever an individual's details are used in a contract, they are permanently stored for future reference. So, in case there is a data loss, then these attributes can be easily retrieved. Trust. The good thing about smart contracts is that they inspire absolute confidence in their execution. The secure, autonomous, and transparent nature of these agreements takes away the possibility of bias, manipulation, or error. Guaranteed outcomes. This is another attractive feature of automated contracts. They have the potential to significantly reduce or even eliminate the need for litigation and going to courts. By employing self-executing contracts, these parties commit themselves to operate by the rules of the underlying code. Savings. One of the primary benefits of smart contract is that they eliminate the need for having a vast chain of middlemen. This means there is no need for lawyers, banks, witnesses, and any other intermediaries and costs related to them. Are there different types of contracts? Of course. So what are they? Smart contracts have the potential to disrupt many industries including the banking sector, insurance, telecommunication, art world, music and film, education, and many more. They range from simple to complex. An example of simple contracts includes time stamping services like Ascribe for art registry. Also, governmental and semi-governmental records of land titles, birth certificates, school and university degrees are some other examples. However, many regulatory aspects are made up of complex contracts. A good example is the decentralized autonomous organization, which represents the most complex form of a smart contract. Though we have divided smart contracts into just simple and complex type, eventually the smart contracts will be identified based on the industry they are applicable to or what kind of generic function they perform. Maybe just like microservices in traditional computing world. What do smart contracts do and how do they function? The easiest way to explain what a smart contract does is through an example. If you have ever bought a car at a dealership, you know there are several steps and it can be a frustrating process. If can't pay for a car outright, you will have to obtain financing. This will require a credit check and you will have to fill out several forms with your personal information to verify your identity. Along the way, you will have to interact with several different people including the salesperson, finance broker and lender. To compensate their work, various commissions and fees are added to the base price of the car. What smart contracts on blockchain can do is streamline this complex process that involves several intermediaries because of a lack of trust among participants in the transaction. With your identity stored on the blockchain, lenders can quickly make a decision about credit. Then, a smart contract would be created between your bank, the dealer, and the lender so that once the funds have been released to the dealer, the lender will hold the car's title and repayment will be initiated based on the agreed terms. The transfer of ownership would be automatic as the transaction gets recorded to a blockchain, is shared among the participants, and can be checked at any time. Last but not the least, let us look at the typical smart contract process. Predefining the contract. Here, terms of engagement are established by all counterparties. For example, currency to be used to make payments, the currency rates, and variable interest rates. The conditions for execution are also set. For example, the time, date, and even the variable interest rate at a given value. Events. Here, events trigger the implementation of the contract. The events can refer to the information received and initiation of transaction, etc. Execution and the transfer of value. Here, the terms of the contract will dictate the movement of value, which is based on if the conditions have been met. Settlement of the contract. This can happen in two ways: on-chain assets or digital. In the case of virtual assets such as cryptocurrency, the accounts are automatically settled. Off-chain assets or physical. For assets like stocks and flat, the changes to accounts on the ledger will match the off-chain settlement instructions.